Here we back. Ruthless Ratcliffe considering 4 Man United exits in same position. Bayern Munich ace heads list of replacements. Manchester United are giving serious consideration to offloading 4 of their 5 senior centre-halves next summer. And Bayern Munich's Matthijs de Ligt is looking an increasingly gettable target, according to reports. Man United's primary issue this season has been scoring goals. Indeed, only Sheffield United, 15, Burnley, 21, and Crystal Palace, 22, have netted fewer than United's mark of 24. According to the Evening Standard, a blockbuster spending spree next summer is on the cards, and United hope to sign a striker the caliber of Harry Kane. United's outlook for arrivals this month is bleak. The club must conform to the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, and many of their exits, including Donny van de Beek, Hannibal Mejbri and Jadon Sancho, have been loans and not sales. However, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's purchase of a 25% stake was announced on Christmas Eve and is in line to receive final approval from the EPL by mid-February. That will be the catalyst to a colossal summer splash, and according to ESPN, centre-back is where the bulk of the action could lay. Ratcliffe, Ineos chief Sir Dave Brailsford, United director John Murtough and manager Erik ten Hag are all looking forward to the summer window. ESPN state, there have been conversations about making changes to United's defence, with players both leaving and arriving. 4 of United's 5 senior centre-backs are listed as having uncertain futures beyond the summer. Evans, Varane out of contract. Man United will accept Maguire, Lindelof offers. Only Lisandro Martinez appears to be safe, with Raphael Varane, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans all named as stars who could be pushed out. Man United opted against activating the 1-year option in Varane's contract. As such, the veteran Frenchman will become a free agent at season's end. There has been talk of United attempting to tie Varane down to a new deal on vastly reduced terms. His £340,000 a week wages have become increasingly difficult to justify. Evans, 35, is also out of contract at season's end. If United are serious about their defensive revamp, it stands to reason he won't be offered a new deal despite doing little wrong in his second stint at Old Trafford. Regarding Maguire, Man United actually accepted West Ham's £30 million bid for the England international last summer. However, Maguire had no intention of leaving, and the deal fell through when the defender refused to discuss personal terms with the Hammers. Maguire and Lindelof are both out of contract in 2025. Maguire's deal contains a club option for an extra year, while Lindelof's option has already been activated. ESPN concluded both players could be sold if significant offers are received. De Ligt wanted amid Bayern unhappiness. On the subject of who'd take their place, all manner of centre-back targets have been listed. Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg recently named Lenny Yoro, Lille, Ronald Araujo, Barcelona, Antonio Silva, Benfica, and Matthijs de Ligt, Bayern Munich, as being on United's radar. ESPN put a 3-man shortlist forward, and de Ligt is the only player to match up with Plettenberg's claims. The others listed by ESPN are Everton's Jared Branthwaite and Nice's Jean-Claire Todibo. De Ligt has a connection to Ten Hag through their time together at Ajax. The Dutchman, 24, cost an initial €67 million when signed from Juventus 18 months ago, but there's growing speculation he'll be on the move next summer. Taking to X, Plettenberg revealed all is not well with de Ligt in Munich. He remains popular at the club, though is not totally satisfied with his standing in the team. De Ligt is no longer a guaranteed starter under manager Thomas Tuchel, who is favouring Kim Min-jae and Dayot Upamecano. What's more, Bayern are determined to sign Barcelona's Araujo in the off-season too. As such, a summer switch is a distinct possibility, and Plettenberg concluded de Ligt to Man United could well become a hot topic. Here we back. Manchester United monitoring 23-year-old versatile Bundesliga defender. Bayer Leverkusen defender Odilon Kossanu has had an impressive season with the German club this year, and his performances have attracted the attention of Manchester United. According to journalist Florian Plettenberg, the 23-year-old defender is on Manchester United's transfer wish list and the Red Devils are monitoring him. The Premier League side are keeping an eye on him for the summer transfer window, and it remains to be seen whether they decide to follow up on their interest with a concrete bid at the end of the season. It is no secret that Manchester United will have to bring in defensive reinforcements, and the 23-year-old defender could prove to be a superb addition. Kosunu has shown his quality in the Bundesliga, and he is certainly good enough for the Premier League as well. The Ivory Coast defender has the physicality to thrive in English football, and he could be a key player for Manchester United in the long term. He is versatile enough to operate as a central defender, a defensive midfielder as well as a right back. He could prove to be a very useful option for Erik ten Hag during rotation and injuries. Manchester United defender Harry Maguire has been linked with the move away from the club, and the Red Devils will have to find a quality replacement. The 23-year-old could prove to be the ideal long-term alternative to the England international. Kosunu has a contract with the German club until the summer of 2026, and it remains to be seen whether Leverkusen are prepared to sell him at the end of the season. Welcome back, Reds. Roy Keane and Jamie Carragher agree over Man United star who is fooling fans. Two pundits have been speaking about one player who may not be pulling his weight at Manchester United. Roy Keane and Jamie Carragher are in agreement over one underperforming Manchester United star. It has been a disappointing season for the Red Devils, who go into their weekend off 7th in the table, while they could drop a spot before they play next. Erik ten Hag will have wanted to kick on this term after finishing safely inside the top 4 last season, but it has not gone to plan, and he has attracted pressure aplenty. A number of players have also attracted criticism, with Jadon Sancho falling out with ten Hag, while Antony has underperformed so far this term. But captain Bruno Fernandes has also been criticised, and the latest comes from United legend Keane. If you watch him, Bruno Fernandes, at international level, he does the same, with floating around. It can't all be the coaches and managers, the Red Devils legend told the Stick to Football podcast. There is a player out there, and if he's doing all that stuff and producing magic, you almost forgive him, but if you're in a struggling team and you're doing all that stuff, that's where it stands out and you go, you're killing us, you're costing us. I reckon if you look back at his career, he's done it in every team. It's a trait. It's not as if he's an inexperienced player, leopards and spots. He'll get away with it if Manchester United were winning more matches and he was producing his bits of magic, which he has done before. Former Liverpool man Jamie Carragher is in agreement with Keane. Carragher added, "I always used to describe Paul Pogba a bit like this. I think there's a difference between a great talent and a great player. Pogba was a great talent, but I didn't think he was a great player, and the same with Bruno Fernandes. No doubt the talent is there, but there's just something missing, and the great players, it's in their head of where they need to be, whether it's defensively or to receive the ball, like Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne is better than Fernandes, but in terms of creating chances and different things, Fernandes is not a million miles away from him. We've seen him under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I've watched him wear, and it's not being lazy, by the way, he's just running everywhere, and this is without the ball, by the way. He's, Bruno Fernandes, very emotional. Sometimes when the game's not going well, I've seen him running 30 yards to close the goalkeeper down, and people sometimes get kidded by it and think, he's working hard." Bruno Fernandes has said about Goncalo Ramos as door opens for Man United transfer. Goncalo Ramos completed a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain in the summer, but has struggled to find his feet in the French capital, and Manchester United may now be able to pounce. Paris Saint-Germain are said to be considering the future of forward Goncalo Ramos, just weeks after making his loan move permanent. The Portugal international joined the French club on loan in the summer from Benfica as they hoped to avoid financial fair play pressure. PSG had an obligation to make the move permanent for the striker, who Manchester United also held an interest in, and were able to action that in November, sealing the 22-year-old's signature for £69 million. However, Reports in France suggest that PSG could already be looking to move on their charge, with L'Equipe casting doubt over Luis Enrique's faith in the striker. Ramos has scored 4 goals in 19 appearances during his time at the Parc des Princes and only made 1 substitute appearance in Ligue 1 since the start of December. That news could alert Erik ten Hag's team who, with new investment from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, once again appear to be in the market for a striker. United signed 20-year-old Rasmus Højlund in the summer. The Danish striker has delivered an inconsistent start to life at Old Trafford. While he is the current top goalscorer in this season's Champions League with 5 strikes in the competition, he has managed just 2 goals in 16 attempts in the Premier League. Those goals have come in his last 2 matches, however. The Red Devils are said to be targeting a centre-forward in addition to a number 8, centre-back and right-back with the prospect of a transfer overhaul. PSG could be open to a deal for Ramos as soon as this month. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes has previously declared that Ramos